Don't be a boob. For more videos like this one, please subscribe to this channel.
Accustomed to life in Indiana. He's an Alabama kid who played his college ball at NC State and 16 years in Southern California. So now he tries out life in the Midwest. But as with everything in his life, the 38-year-old has attacked this challenge, just moving a family of 11 with kids ages 2 to 19 across the country to start a new job during a pandemic with passion. And no doubt, with the best family cheering squad in all of football.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, Philip. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
I'm doing all right, all considering. I feel like that's a loaded question in 2020, you know?
Yeah, no kidding.
How would you describe what quarantine experience was like for a family of 11?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But you know what? I think that's the biggest thing we can give our children is our time and being present, because each of them want to share their story of something that happened in their day. And it's the biggest thing that happened to them. Although there's times when in your mind you're going, man, get to the end of this thing. You know, there are those times. I don't know all you guys yet. I haven't got to shake all you guys' hand and talk to you guys yet either. So I made the decision last week. I'm going to read. I want to read what they wrote. You grow over 16 years, you know with the guys, and you're like, shoot, that comes with it. You stink it up, they better write. Rivers better get with it. You expect it. I don't know you guys.
You have handled criticism in a very distinct way throughout your career, and you get in this new environment in Indy, and I heard you talking about it, basically saying, like, look, I decided to read some of what y'all were saying.
It was interesting for me this week. I went back and forth, and I said, dadgummit, I'm going to find them.
Why'd you take that approach?
It's a weird explanation, but it was just kind of like, I just kind of want to see, like, what's the chatter? I mean, I've talked to these guys on Zoom. What do they really think?
So what'd you see?
To the degree of, the one interception was just unacceptably terrible. It was like, well, that's fair, it was. Or taking a safety that's inexcusable. I'm in a town where, Peyton Manning, who was one of the all-time favorite, had set the standard pretty high here, and then followed by Andrew Luck, continued the standard pretty high. They're used to pretty good quarterback play here. I was the absolute antithesis of their guy.
Rivers gives to Sproles, angling left, has room, 15, 10, 5, jackpot! He got it! He got it! The Chargers have taken down Indianapolis!
2 playoff game wins against the Colts. That was the last guy, that they're probably looking to pull for.
I do think it's really interesting to care more about the relationships, no matter who it is, especially towards the end of your career. I'm just curious, though, do you think you could have done that well early on in your career when you were still kind of establishing your place in the league?
Yeah, probably not as much. I think that's certainly come over time. There was a time 15 years ago where I would have been worried about what do they really think? It would have bothered me that someone doesn't really think I can make this throw. Now it's kind of like, oh, they don't think I can make it? All right, I think, it doesn't bother me in that way.
Rivers tucks it. There, he's sacked.
Look, Philip Rivers was an outstanding quarterback, but right now he is too slow. He just can't move anymore.
Yeah, and Rex, I will agree with you. There's not one category statistically that Philip Rivers is standing out for the Colts.
I've laughed because I've gotten to watch a little bit the last week because we played the 4 o'clock game.
Philip Rivers takes a 3-step drop, throws end zone, and it is caught.
Hey, Rex Ryan, Philip Rivers been hot ever since you called him out.
Since I called him out, since we called him out.
Well, he's been hot since we called him out.
Just tell Randy and Rex just to own it, just to own. They keep arguing about who it is that said they were done with me. They can just own it. It's okay. We've gotten after Rex's defense plenty of times. He beat us in the playoffs. There's no hard feelings with Rex with that. But I was like, goodness, Rex, all of a sudden I can't play anymore. Have you watched any film? That's what I wanted to ask Rex.
So, Rex, have you watched any film? I love it.
Sam, you know what? I've watched enough to know, Philip, you can't tackle anymore either, my friend. But, it's great because, I love him. And you saw the competitiveness that he talks about. And, yeah, he's going to read it and things. He admits that he's reading it. But as a guy that's been ripped by many person out there before, Muhammad Ali had a thing. He goes, I'm going to show you how great I am. That's the mentality of Philip Rivers. And when you look at this football team, I mean, I'll admit, hey, look, I'm wrong once a season. But when I see
only
it, like,
once a season,
but I'll admit, like right here, look, this team leads the league in offense, in total offense, and they're second in the league in total defense. And we already had Brew. You put up a tape on their special teams.
Yeah.
This is a complete football team. And if this guy stays upright, if they can protect him, they got a great offensive line, then they can do some serious damage. We'll see. Look, I love Philip Rivers, and man, oh man, I'll admit I was wrong.
Wow.
Well,
Can we replay things immediately? Is that possible?
Well, please let me piggyback. Hey, Philip Rivers, I am second to raise my hand, and I'm the first to apologize to you, man-to-man, face-to-face. When I look at the Indianapolis Colts and what they've been able to do, things didn't start out good in Indianapolis. But one thing that I'll commend Philip Rivers for is how he's been able to take this offense to the next level. Everybody's been talking about, well, where's T.Y. Hilton at? Well, that's not Philip Rivers' approach. He's been able to find guys like Zach Pascal. You talk about Michael Pittman Jr. You got Naheem Hines coming out of the backfield. So offensively for the Indianapolis Colts, we know what they're doing on defense led by DeForest Buckner with that cover two. But, hey, things didn't look good starting out in Indianapolis, and we was all wondering when were they going to start lighting the scoreboard up. But as of lately, you talking about proving somebody wrong. When I played 14 years in the National Football League, I always wanted that comeback, Philip Rivers. So, hey, man, I'm first to say I apologize. Keep doing your thing. I like everything that's going on in Indianapolis. But third time, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lord knows, though, if he has a bad game today, he'll be like, maybe I wasn't all that wrong. I do want to say, in Philip's defense, we talked about this a little bit when we sat down. Look, the kind of offseason this was, it's not like he had time to get to know who he was throwing to. You know, he needed a bit of a preseason, if you will. It actually was telling when I asked him just for fun, like, who of your teammates would you call to babysit in a pinch? You could tell he was like, wait, all right, I got to think through all my guys. I don't even know these guys yet. You know, it's still very new. He did say Jack Doyle, by the way. That was his final response. But I do think there's something to be said for the time he's now having with these guys that he's playing with. I think the question now is, are they the better team than the Titans based off what you've seen so far?
I mean, if Philip Rivers has everything right, I think this team can go as far as they want to, but he is going to go as far as, like you guys are saying, as far as that defense continues to make plays and the offensive line gives them time. Now, do I think, hey, Philip Rivers, it doesn't matter. You're in a shootout with whatever quarterback it is, you can still do it. I don't think that, because, I'm sorry, but just the structure of a play breakdown, and I see Philip Rivers trying to scramble out the pocket, the play's over. That's just the way it is. So Philip Rivers has to be on time, but the Colts definitely are one of those teams that can come out of nowhere and surprise a lot of people because of their special teams units making splash plays, their defense making splash plays, got an outstanding rookie in Justin Blackmon, those type of things. But the Tennessee Titans, that type of mentality, this is a huge game because the Tennessee Titans come for you every single quarter. And they want to finish it in the fourth quarter, and that's the mentality I respect. It's a mentality that Derrick Henry just leans on you, and that's what they got to watch out for today.
Yeah, there's no doubt there's a lot to watch for in this one to see what's going on going forward.